Welcome to Hollywood as I live and work. First, wanted to say congratulations on doing a fabulous event for this is not your first year doing Robi Reed's annual summer celebration, is it?
No, actually, Robbie and I worked together about maybe 5 or 6 years ago when the event was at our home.
Mm-hmm.
And then last year I came on board about maybe 4 to 5 weeks before the event.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this was my first full year producing the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing how it was your first full year producing it, how was it different for you this time around, as far as the details that you had to put into it?
What made it different from being a producer is that I was sort of the head of the team, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty much, I was able to directly find her vision and then translate what I thought her vision was into all of the other vendors that was there. So I was able to kind of just create the entire concept, the vision, and bring it all to life.
Okay. And what was her initial vision?
You know, Robbie just wants, her initial vision was that we talked about the event, that how it had been in the past. One of the things that we both agreed that we wanted to do was to make the event more philanthropic.
Okay.
Because what had sort of gotten lost from previous events, everyone was coming out for a great time, enjoying a nice atmosphere, great drinks, delicious food, but we were not getting the financial contributions for the Black AIDS Institute that we wanted to have.
Uh-huh.
So this year, she said, I want to raise money. I want to raise more money than what we had did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was her main vision, and that's what she focused on.
Okay.
And it was so interesting to the point that from creating the website to the invitations to even the design of the event, she didn't really have much input in that. That was pretty much my vision. She entrusted me with what I did
Mm-hmm.
to just make her event, great. And we also wanted it to make it more upscale and a little bit more elegant.
Okay. Now, speaking of the elegant elements of it and the creative elements, what makes Judge Mathis's home the ideal location?
Well, what makes Judge Mathis' home an ideal location for the event? For one, they have a security gate that doesn't give access to anyone. So any guest that comes into that party, we know that we have had to enter their name into the automated security system. They were actually on our guest list and actually invited by Robbie.
Okay.
Okay, so that, that private security gate gives it a little bit more exclusive. And, it doesn't hurt that his neighbors are Charlie Sheen, Paris Hilton, and Tracy Evans.
No, I guess not. No, not at all.
Living off of Mulholland Drive, it's sort of a signature staple as well.
Mm-hmm.
So after you go inside of his estate, we love how the front driveway lends to creating one feel for the event, and then we go into the rear yard with the panoramic view overlooking the San Fernando Valley. It just gives another dimension there.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of that, what we did this year, we sort of kept the entryway as interactive.
Okay.
So that's where we had the big table. They gave information about the Black AIDS Institute, and we wanted people to see that first, so that they did not forget why
they were there, mm-hmm.
why they were present.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we had the red carpet, the photographers, and people were taking pictures there. And then we had another fun concept with the photo booth, in which guests came over to the photo booth, and they had a little board that they would write different messages related to HIV/AIDS education, and they'd take a picture in front of it. The
Okay.
was like, know your status,
Mm-hmm.
get tested. So everyone was able to give their own message out. And then with the picture, they have a souvenir from the event to take home with them.
Okay.
And then the other thing that we did was the Robi's tweet and greet.
Okay.
Which was a really big hit, because with that we were able to engage people into our philanthropic and AIDS awareness education who wasn't at the event. So we had a host that was there, and we had the celebrities come by, and they would take a picture at the tweet and greet, and then they would retweet the message to all of their followers, and the messages were like, hey, know your status, get tested, make a donation.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
So we actually, it became really more of a community involvement. You didn't necessarily have to be there to be a part of. And then the other thing that we really did, I wanted to do this year, is really brand her logo and continue the branding of Robi Reed.
Okay.
So on the poolside seating, we had Robi's logo there.
Mm-hmm.
We had throw pillows made with her logo.
Okay.
We had the stage, her logo was depicted onto the stage, and all of that was great. For certain selected invited guests, they were invited to inside of the home, in which we converted over to a Nike design studio.
Mm-hmm.
And the guests were allowed to go in there to create their own custom Nike hoodie.
Wow.
Using different things from, it could be symbols of AIDS awareness, from the sports brand, just a variety of different options of what one could do. And so I love that, because everyone, you're able to design your own unique jacket and be creative with that. And they had a team of designers there to work with the guests, and everyone was just really caught up in it. It was great seeing like Kimberly, Lise, and Garcelle Bouvier, and the Mastises all really caught up into the design process.
Well, going back to the more technical things, as an event planner, when you are trying to add flesh to your vision, what's the first thing? Do you think logistics first, or do you think the creative first? How does that go?
Well, how do you start with the feel? How do you want the guests to feel when they come into the event?
Okay.
I think, when I plan events, I always plan them from the perspective of the guest experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I know how I want them to feel, then from there we begin the planning aspect to say, hey, this is what we want, this is what we want to do. Then after I have a clear understanding as to what we want to do, then I begin to look at the logistics to see where does what we want to do work best. That's what we have to work with.
Okay. What was your first, I guess, professional event? And were you nervous? How did you go about it?
My first professional event was with celebrities.
Okay.
Which of the two?
Which has more significance to your career, whether it be celebrity or the very first one without celebrity?
Ooh, it's kind of really broad. Wow, that's interesting. The first wedding that I would say that I did when I knew that I had something a little special was my sister's wedding.
Okay.
And in that, she wanted something special for her dress, and I was working for United Airlines at the time, and so I just flew to Italy and found fabric and brought back. And she had someone just make something incredible, and everything else that we did, just, the touches that we implemented, everyone said, wait for a very special day. And then I've always felt that any great event begins with a real creative, beautiful announcement, which would be the invitation. And so I learned a lot of different arts and craft techniques to create my own signature line of invitations. And I was at a film once, and Academy Award winner Mira Savino did not approach me at the film, but called me the day after the film, said that she saw something that I had created, and she wanted to know, could I make that a wedding invitation?
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't even know who she was. And so from that, that led to one thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
And so that gave a lot of media exposure, and then which led to me doing a couple of television shows on weddings, on Whose Wedding Is It Anyway, the Style Network, leading into me having an hour special on TV. And it continued. I mean, just past month, a television station from France came over and followed me around like 3 days in the life of a wedding planner.
Wow.
And so it just, so all of those things, had a different impact.
What sets a William P. Miller event apart from another event? What's signature?
Oh, my signature. I would have to say the majority of my signature, I do a lot of branding and making sure that the message is, whatever the message is carried out at that event.
Okay.
We're really good at setting the atmosphere, and the ambiance, and that's not necessarily anything that you can touch or take away, but it's something that you can feel.
Mm-hmm.
So that our motto is that there are events and there are moments, we create moments that people can say, oh, it was just really, really, really special, and we like to do a lot of nice small touches to make one great big touch.
Okay. Now, where can people find out more about you? You have your website.
Yeah, we have a website, www.wpmillerspecialevents.com.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on Twitter, WP Miller Moments, and 310-649-0886. And they could read about me in the article that you're writing.
Thank you so much.